Hey everyone, Krista Norris here from Shape Your World Coaching. I'm an intuitive transformational healer and rapid ascension coach here to help you to achieve your love and freedom and dreams. I am so excited to be here with all of you. Happy Halloween! Yay! Or happy Samhain, happy All Hallows Eve, happy El Dia de los Muertos as well, for however you celebrate, if you celebrate. And I hope you're having an incredible day. I've had a happy Tuesday and I have felt very guided, and happy Halloween. I felt guided to share with all of you something that actually I've been doing since I was a teenager, doing tarot readings and oracle card readings for friends and for myself. And it's not something I tend to incorporate into my sessions, although I do have the skills available. There are other ways that I tune in to your energy and help you with, getting to the root and the core of why any difficulties are there for you in the first place, and helping you through the healing process so that you can release those things and grow and so on. But oracle cards, it's quite fun. And it can be a fun way to tap in and to also really get to that root and that core. And whatever messages we may need to know, whatever you may need to know in your journey. So it is something I have the ability to do. And as and when I feel guided, I love to incorporate them. So I felt very guided today by my own soul, my spirit, as well as my spirit guide team. Ultimately, source, it all comes from, the universal whole and flows through, to share with you some oracle cards. And before I drew these cards, I'll let you know, I tend to ask pretty open-ended questions, and I knew the focus for this would be something for each and every one of you, for us all, for our world. What is it? And basically the question I asked, not basically, the question I asked was, I call upon Source, God Creator Source, and the angels and my spirit guide team to help and to assist me in giving messages and helping me to be able to voice and communicate insights and wisdom for each of us, for you. And to allow me to be a receptacle, a container to channel through whatever they would like each of us to know, each of you to know. And so that was my question, and I asked them to allow me to be here to be a help for each and every one of you, and to allow the cards to give each of us, to give each of you whatever messages, whatever insights you may need to know, whatever we may each need to know in our world today, whatever will be a help. So that was the question. And I'll show you the three cards. This might be backwards on the screen, so I'll tell you each one. So the first one that I drew, and I'll share with you, I think one of these cards I've drawn for myself actually recently, but that was the first time I'd ever drawn that card. So that's the only one that's been drawn twice or more than once, and the other two are completely new to me. The deck I'll share with you the deck I'm using. This might be backwards. It's Healing with the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. I know Doreen Virtue herself, her path has changed quite a bit, but the intent and the focus and the energy with which she created the cards is still there, of helping each and every one of us and whoever benefits from and listens to them and sees what the cards' messages are. And I like the fairy deck. It was either that one or her daily guidance from the angels card, from your angels card it is called. But the fairy one came to me really because they tend to be quite straight to the point. The other ones are too, but the fairy energy, it's also a little bit more open-ended, which is great because it means that whatever may need to come through has just a bit more space to be able to. and I can really tap into my own intuitive gifts for you and tools that I have available. So that's why I chose that deck. So I'll share with you now the 3 cards I felt guided, that came up. This one I'll read to you is Peace of Mind, which is quite pretty. The second one that came up was Vacation. A lot of us could use a vacation right now. That was the first thought I had on that. And then the third card is Trust Your Intuition. And this is the one I also drew for myself in a recent reading a few days ago. But that's the only other time I've drawn that card. So these are all quite new, which is interesting. And it's beautiful as well. It shows that we and our earth and our planet and each and every one of us is really in a new energy, in a new space that many of us have not encountered before. And some people call it New Earth. There's lots of different names for what we are all experiencing. But the gist of it is that each of us is stepping into the next phase, into our next energies, into our next space that we need to be in for our lives, for whatever we are here to do on this earth and on this planet. Whatever you and I, sorry, there's something in my teeth there, but whatever you and I have signed up to do and to be a help, whatever lessons we need to learn, etc. So the cards are quite beautiful that I haven't drawn them before because it's reflective of that new energy that's coming through for each and every one of us. Okay, so the first card, once again, Peace of Mind. So you can see it a bit better. And so what's coming through with this, I'm going to put the other 2 down so I can focus purely on this card's energy. So there's something really peaceful about it, and that there's a space and a place within so many of us, so many of you who may be watching this right now or listening to the recording and watching the recording of really desiring that peaceful state, wanting to be able to feel centered, to feel at peace, to feel calmed and grounded. There's a real deep desire there, which makes sense when you look at what's going on in the world through current events, earthquakes, hurricanes, all sorts of stuff. And whatever may be going on for you personally. I know of quite a few people who are dealing with a lot of really big issues, big life changes. And so there's a real desire there for each of us, for each of you, to receive and to feel that peace within us. And what I'm hearing, what's coming through, and when I say hearing and coming through, sometimes I literally hear things. Sometimes I see moving like movie montage images. Sometimes I see words or hear words. What was coming through just then was that, I'm just going to tune in a little bit so I can see more clarity on that message. Yeah, basically that the desire for peace is really, really strong within and for a lot of us. And many of us may be feeling a bit fed up. You may be feeling fed up and just really done with how difficult things have been, how stressful. And there's a real desire for that peace, for that calm. Some suggestions for things that you can do. They'd like me to offer you some advice. They, I mean my spirit guide team and source, are letting me know. And these are just suggestions. If it feels appropriate for you, you can always adapt these things for whatever your wishes and likes are. But some things you can do are really to connect with nature. If you look at this card, she's outside. She's got the water next to her. There's a tree in the background. And you know, connecting with nature, connecting with outside, that's a really grounding and centering and quick access way for each of us to receive that peace, for you to receive that peace. Um, and the grounding and basically what happens when you go outside is it's like, how do I describe this? Well, for those who do grounding and meditating exercises, you'll know what it feels like when you ground yourself in and when you connect with Mother Earth's energy. So there's a real ask for each and every one of us to spend as much time as we can outside to really benefit from and rejuvenate ourselves, recharge ourselves and our batteries, your batteries, with Mother Nature. You know, Mother Nature is a resource that is there and available for each and every one of us, for you. And there's something really calming, really peaceful about spending time outdoors, even if it's cold, you know, bundled up, get bundled up if you need to. But even, you know, they're telling me even 5 to 10 minutes can be a really great help, especially in times when you feel stressed and or when you feel like you don't have the time. You know, there's a saying in meditation that in meditative practices that if you feel and if you really think that you don't have time to meditate, that shows you really need to. That's when you really, really need to, when you honestly think and feel, I don't even have time or space to. Because if you don't have time for a self-care practice, and if you don't have time to do 5 to 10 minutes per day, that shows that there are a lot of beautiful, incredible, and vital parts of you that are being starved, that are not receiving the self-care and the love and attention that they need, that your body needs, your energy needs. Self-care is crucial. And going outside and spending 5 to 10 minutes, and as you do that, you can go for a gentle walk. You can even just step outside and look up at the sky. You know, if you can get near trees, trees are a great grounding and rejuvenating of energy source that is freely available for each and every one of us. Something I used to do a lot when I lived in London is go to local parks, and I found my favorite trees. I've always loved trees since I was little. My mom will tell you that. There's a field behind our house growing up. My sisters will know what I mean too. And there was a tree there. From the time I was little, I've loved trees. But again, you know, when I lived in London, something I would do, and is something I started when I was little doing, is literally finding my favorite tree and just leaning against it, leaning my head against it. And there's something so calming about that. And you can close your eyes and you can do deep, gentle breathing and, you know, allow any worries or any stresses to just be released. Have that intention that the tree also, they can help. They can help with that. Mother Nature, the world, nature in the world around us, it can help to calm you, to ease your soul, to ease any worries you have. And when you have that intention, when you have that focus, as you do things like go outside for a gentle walk, or, you know, just focus on, even just sit outside if you're near the ocean, near water, that's another great focusing point. Water is very calming and very healing, and you can set the intention and focus that whatever has been worrying you or stressing you or feels too much, the water is going to help you with. It will help to release that and to help you to heal. And you can set the intention and focus as well. And you can call upon your own spirit guide team, you know, in source if you want to. You can ask them to help with your worries, to help things to be processed, to help them to be cleared, and to help you to feel relief and experience relief and release that comes with that. So this card is something very, very strongly a lot of us are feeling, a lot of you watching this may be feeling that enough is enough, and your body, your energy, and your soul is craving that peace of mind, because there's been so much stress going on in the world, so much happening across all countries, all cultures, and in a lot of different areas of our lives. And so even 5 to 10 minutes, their source and spirit guide or spirit guides are letting me know they actually, part of what this card is about also is that each of us, myself included, and each of you watching, could really do with, if you don't, even if they're telling me, even if you already do this, that we could each make sure, one, if you don't have a set routine of self-care time, taking care of yourself, taking care of your energy, giving yourself that relaxation, that rejuvenation and recharging time to help you become more peaceful, to help you find your balance and at peace and centered. If you don't already do that, they're saying that this card is also an urgent call for you to start that now, as in ASAP. Start it today. If you can, if you have the opportunity, do it. Even 5 to 10 minutes. Things like they're telling me they'd like me to remind you all as well. It can be things like taking a warm, gentle bath, allowing yourself a few more minutes in the shower. If you're in an area where water is a bit scarce, you can have maybe 1 or 2 extra minutes. But as you do that, focus on the water flowing from you and allowing to wash down and into the drain any worries, any fears, any stresses, with the intent and focus that you'll come out of that shower feeling more refreshed. Things like essential oils are a really big help as well. Lavender obviously is great. Lemon verbena is another one. What else? Rosemary is a great one. Go to your trusted health food shop, wherever you can buy essential oils. Look it up online, and you can make sure that you're getting one that is from pure essential oils, doesn't have extra added stuff to it, it's not diluted down when you're putting things in your body. They're also telling me, this ties into part of what they want to have me share with all of you, is to also think about, what are you putting into your body? What chemicals are you adding to maybe your hair, your skin, your teeth, eyes with makeup, lotions, shampoo, soaps. As much as we, also it's important to think about things like having healthy food, organic wherever possible, in your household cleaning products, organic wherever possible, natural, environmental friendly wherever possible. As much as all of that is definitely important, they also want to remind each of you and each of us of the importance of taking care of yourself, of ourselves, of our body, your energy, your spirit. Things like self-development is important, taking care of your emotions, having I don't know, tune out, turn off time, like, popcorn flicks, I call it, that kind of thing. Whatever helps you feel like you're just releasing the stress. Equally, it's important to take care of your body, this beautiful receptacle in which you've chosen to inhabit. Your soul has chosen this body for a reason, as we each have, and to, give it gentle love and care as well. And things like, they're telling me this does tie into the nature theme, about just as we want to take care of Mother Earth and our beautiful planet, you want to take care of your body as well. And to, just start thinking about it. It doesn't have to be a huge overhaul all at once, but if you feel called, if this is speaking to you, just to start looking at certain areas and allow yourself to release, to give away or throw out whatever products are just not helping you in your body to feel healthy and to be at its best, whatever might be weighing you down. All these chemicals and so on, they can literally clog your cells, your pores. And that creates a real lack of flow. And it can be easier to feel bogged down by the daily world around us and so on. And it can be, it can create sometimes blocks and obstacles with things like receiving your own intuitive guidance from your spirit guide team, your own guidance from your heart, from your soul. And so looking at whatever areas where you can start introducing more environmental, healthier products for you will help um, for you to get closer to what your soul and your heart and your spirit team in the universe is wanting to help you with. And that will also allow for greater peace of mind. Because all of these things are connected, body, mind, and soul. We are one, we are a holistic being. And yeah, so peace of mind, and to give yourself peace of mind wherever you can. In 5 to 10 minutes, start to incorporate that into your routine. If you already do, what they wanted me to make sure to share with all of you is to give yourself a couple extra days of it, to give yourself more. Because they're telling me right now as well, there is so much happening in our world that we are each, for all of our best intentions, it will be easier for each of us to feel more, to be more susceptible to things pulling us down, and to stresses and daily routines and so on, because there's a lot of kind of chaotic and conflict energy in the world right now. And so whatever you can do to give yourself even more of a beautiful, loving, healthy boost and help will add to what you receive and what you feel and experience with peace of mind. All right, so that's that card. I hope that helps. That was a lot of information coming through, so I hope it helps. With all of these, let me know if you ever have any questions. I'm incredibly happy to help. You can always send me by the way, you can send me a private message or leave a comment on this video, or send me an email. Okay, so tying, and actually, as it tends to go, all the cards are really linked. This came through for me as well. Peace of mind, so receiving peace of mind and really thinking about what areas and spaces you can help to release and to unplug and get yourself more in tune with what you and your body and your heart and soul would like for you. That will help with feelings of vacation, because another thing each of us is craving, and you are very likely craving, is just a bit of time off. Vacation. And you'll see on this card, it's a fairy with a lovely parrot, very colorful parrot behind her, and really big in this picture. For me, what I'm getting with that are things like tropical climate, somewhere warm, beach, sunny, relaxing, relax. That message is coming through again and again and again. We each need a break. You need a break. You deserve a break also. And that's something Source and your spirit guide teams, the universe would like for each of us, because there's another thing that can happen, and you find this in psychology, in therapy, etc. And life coaching, it comes up as well, that the more you take on stresses and energies, and the more you experience things that can feel difficult, painful, traumatic, as is happening in the world around us right now, even if you just watch the news, you're taking that information in. You're taking in those stories. And the media is really good at pulling on our heartstrings, at helping us to pay attention to news stories through our emotions. Those are really good hooks and triggers. And the more you do that, if you're not also taking care of yourself and giving yourself peace of mind, the more you could be holding on to energies, thoughts, emotions that you may not need to be. That really you don't need to be, and won't be helping you. So just one moment while I take a pause. Okay, so the more that happens, and it ties into the whole meditation thing before, if you feel like you don't even have 5 to 10 minutes to meditate, that's when you know you really, really need to, because there's somewhere, if you can't even 5 to 10 minutes, yeah, there's something out of balance there for you. And at the same time, they also want to make sure that I'm sharing with each of you a message of compassion. And it's true, because they understand, and we all understand. Life can feel stressful. One moment while I pause. Okay, so, and so they understand if it feels tricky to find that 5 to 10 minutes. So there's a lot of compassion there. There's a lot of understanding. And I have a lot of understanding and compassion for you as well. I know what it's like. I know when it can feel just, I can't even, focus on that right now. I've been there. I know exactly how that feels. But, I can speak from my own experience as well as what I've seen for my clients and even friends and family, that when you do give yourself the space and the time and the permission to listen to what your body and your heart and soul is trying to tell you, a world of difference happens. And, even that 5 to 10 minutes, it may not sound like a lot, but that can be world changing. So I hope that's a help. And, vacation. Allow yourself to feel as if you're on vacation. Go on a vacation, even if it's a half a day. Just allow yourself to do something completely fun, something that lights you up, your energy, your spirit, your soul, your heart, and, you'll feel so much better. There's something really, really healing and beautiful about laughter. Another pause there. And so laughter is something really gorgeous and so rejuvenating for your soul and for your body as well. You have so much more energy, oxygen comes through when you laugh. It raises your endorphin levels. There are loads of studies to prove this in lots of different fields. So what they're sharing with me is that they want for you and for each of us to be able to experience more peace of mind. Big message, and that will come when you incorporate more grounding, more centering, and also give yourself the gift of going on vacation. Okay, so on to the next card, which is trust your intuition. And that's part of what I was talking about as well a few moments ago, that as I pick cards, what tends to happen with the cards that come up is that there is a connection between each one. So the peace of mind, when you find and allow yourself to incorporate things that give you and help you to be filled with a peace of mind, you'll feel like you're on vacation. It'll allow you to get into that vacation state and energy, and that will help you to receive more peace of mind. And, and through all of this, there's this message of trusting your own intuition. I said, if you rewind this, and I was talking about, peace of mind and really trusting whatever your body, your energy, your soul is telling you will help, whatever ways you can incorporate it. Trusting your own intuition, right? That comes up again. They're wanting me, spirit team, guide team, and source are wanting me to share with you that the more you trust your intuition, the more things will flow, the easier life will be, the less blockages you will experience, the fewer obstacles. And, incorporating things that will help you to receive peace of mind and to feel like you're on vacation, and to incorporate that into your everyday life and routine as well. That will help you to be able to trust your intuition more, because the less and how do I say this, reduced amounts of things in your life, in your world, in your body, such as chemicals and so on, The more you release those things, the more you reduce them and declutter, have a big clear out, the more you will be able to hear your intuition, and the more you will be able to connect with the wisdom of the universe, with your own spirit guide team, with your soul, your heart. The more you will hear things from Mother Nature and be able to feel that peace and the groundedness that comes with spending time outside. And, the more you trust your intuition on the ways that will help you in the areas as well of your life and your world that deserve to have that clear out, to be released of things that are getting in the way of you feeling your peace of mind and experiencing that, the more you trust your intuition, the easier it will all be. And, the more you take a step back from things like upsetting news or, checking things online. What else? Of taking part in conversations that may be stressful, such as talking about world governments, what's going on. It's not to say that we shouldn't pay attention or you shouldn't pay attention to those things at all, because it's important to be aware. It's important to know what's happening in our world so that we can take steps and inspire divine action to change things for the better. But there's also an element, and it's really important, that you're not doing things that help you to stay in that state forever. What I was sharing earlier about how in therapy and psychology, there's a lot of evidence to show that the more we stay in that stressed state, that yes, again, happens even when you're just watching news, the more you do that, the more it creates tension and stress within you, and your body literally starts to get addicted to how that feels. So when in your daily life and daily routine, you're far more likely to unconsciously, subconsciously, to seek out people and situations that will help you to continue experiencing that state of stress. And if you're not getting that from other people and situations, the more you will be engaging in activities, behaviors, and thoughts that keep you in that state of stress. And the more you're in that state of stress, the far more likely you are to be engaging with others, to be speaking with others, and to be acting out and behaving in the world from a place of stress, from a place of fear, rather than a place of love. Do you see how it's all connected? And the more you do that, the more others are far more likely to be responding to you from fear as well, because that's what they're getting. And it's easy not to be conscious of these things, and it's also really natural not to be conscious of these things. So I hope that this video and other things I share in the world, and other things you may be hearing, reading, picking up, maybe a TED Talk, conversations with friends, a class you're taking, whatever it is, I hope that this reading and all those other incredible sources of information that are coming to you are a help for you to be able to get to your peace of mind, to be centered and at peace, to receive and feel and experience your vacation, whether you're literally going on a trip or not, to feel that peace that comes with being on vacation and experience it, and to be able, and I hope it all adds to you being able to trust your own intuition, because that is what's going to save you. And that is what's going to help you. And that is what's going to help us all. The more each of us does that and the more we allow each of ourselves, the more you allow yourself to come from a place of love, a place of flow, and having released and decluttered and detoxified all the areas that have been holding you back in this place of constriction, stress, anxiety, worry, fear. And the more you're releasing all of that, the more you're going to be able to come from a place of love and flow. All right, I'm thinking of all of you, and I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have a very happy Halloween, happy Samhain, Happy All Hallows Eve, and happy El Dia de los Muertos. Bye, everyone. Enjoy.